Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey folks, welcome back to the show. Today's guest is a New York-based consultant and founder of Claim Help Me with 35 years in construction, 25 in insurance. He's on a mission to expose the game carriers play and teach homeowners how to protect themselves before and sometimes during disasters when they strike. Please welcome Mark Grossman. Mark, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's great to have you on here, Mark. I always like to start off at the top by asking folks how they got into the real estate space or the tangent real estate space, right?
Okay. Actually, how I got into real estate, I didn't get into real estate. I'm trying to utilize a platform that actually will help homeowners, because with the real estate agent being the first person that a homeowner is going to deal with, and they're the first one who's they're always going to refer to if they go sell their home. And this is the core of where homeowners can find out how they can get information that will help them, and God forbid something actually happens. And the insurance carriers, look, they have their own prerogative. It's obviously to be profit, and they don't want to see people get railroaded, but unfortunately that's what's happening. And there's ways to actually navigate this difficult, complex process, and going into or coming in front of real estate brokers or agents or lawyers. They can be the basically the cavalier, the knight in shining armor to get them help. And that's what claimhelpme.com actually will do for them without hiring a public adjuster, because that in itself, same name, is very cringing, because a lot you don't know what you're getting when you get you can't vet a public adjuster when you're right in the middle of an actual loss. You can't think straight.
I've had, I think, maybe one public adjuster here on the show, and I was curious because you're the second one maybe that I've spoken with. I wasn't aware that most adjusters, if I'm not mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong, work for the insurance company.
Now the actual adjuster themselves are for the insurance company. A public adjuster is for the homeowner. They're an advocate for the homeowner. They will act on the homeowner's behalf. So they will just take over. The homeowner doesn't have to say anything. Now, unless there's an investigation into the claim itself, well, then the homeowner actually has to speak and give a sworn statement. But for the most part, there's really not that much difficulty in discerning whether a claim is covered or not. And if the claim's covered, the public adjuster is going to do everything that the homeowner would be doing, but the homeowner doesn't have to. They just pay a percentage for it.
So it's really a fee for someone to facilitate the process when a lot might be going on, right? And you might not be familiar with what to do. So it's good to have someone who's maybe specialized in this, but you have to be careful because this is, a very tricky, emotionally charged situation, high degree of distress. The home is in physical disrepair due to fire, water, what have you. And so it can be tricky, right?
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
It's extremely tricky. I'll give you an example of the house burning down with a family, and you're standing in front of there with your kids in your pajamas, and the fire trucks are still there. And then here comes this guy up with a clipboard and said, hey, sign here. You don't know what you're doing. You need to make sure that you get someone quickly because you need an advocate because the insurance company is not going to do right by you. And that is the worst time you would ever want to hire somebody because you're vulnerable, you're stressed, and you're going to listen to the first person that's actually giving you some sort of comfort. In actuality, you just had one devastation tragedy with your house burning down right in front of you. And you're now going to make another mistake. In New York, there's 400 public adjusters. Of the 400, 365, they do it part-time. And they don't know what they're doing. And they're there when they get that first check, and then they're gone. That's not disparaging to say that all public adjusters are bad. But at the same time, I'm trying to lift the lid so homeowners don't get have this problem happen to them. And on claimhelpme.com allows you to actually do this without a public adjuster. I am the public adjuster, and I'm telling you, you don't need me. You can do this all on your own. Yeah, you don't want to deal with it because you know you're wealthy and you have money to spend. Great, but if you're underinsured, now that's a very key factor. If you're underinsured and you had a fire, and you sign a public adjuster, they're going to bring their contractor in there. They're going to see your policy. They're going to realize pretty much within 1 minute of reading that deck page, which shows your policy limits, that you're underinsured. Well, guess what they do? They're going to hit you with the board up. They're going to hit you with the mitigation. They're going to rack it up because they're going to end up charging you probably $150,000 to $200,000. That's correct. That's a big number just to deal with damaged stuff. And that doesn't need to be done. It's all gone. So you don't have to do almost all of that. So you actually have money for repair. So even though if you're underinsured, that's because of the mitigation. If you limit that mitigation, now you'll have money to actually do the repairs. So being able to align myself with good real estate agents, brokers, and lawyers, they can stand behind what this website actually provides to homeowners, which is guidance. And that's all they need is just guidance. And it's something that should be given to them, and they should purchase it for less than the price of a fire extinguisher on the day that they walk in the home. Hey, look, you walked in your home, you now own it. Just remember, just get the site, know that you have a place to go to if something happens or something breaks in your house. Because if you have a contractor come in here, and most of them are restoration companies now because the actual marketing for construction is simmering down. It's much more difficult. There's too many cutthroats out there that are going to underbid somebody. That's a whole nother concept in itself with change orders. But you're going to get contractors in there that are going to not know what they're doing. They're going to convince you to make a claim. And if you have a claim that's under $20,000, you should make it. That's just an opinion. I understand people don't have money around to just fix things. But it's more advantageous to not make that claim because if you do, you end up on CLUE, which is a claim loss underwriting exchange. You're on there for 7 years. 7. So your rates are going to go up. You're possibly going to face being dropped. And if you dare switch insurance companies, it's going to happen immediately. People don't know that just from filing a claim. So if you got a contractor that's telling you to do this just because they just want to take the easy route, you might want to second guess that because you may not be wanting to make a claim because you don't know the ramifications for it.
Right.
The second it goes in there, you say the wrong word like mold or leak or drip or backup, you just denied your claim or you put a cap on it. with that one word. And then you're going to have to get it reclassified. Then you're going to have to actually take a public adjuster on. And mind you, when you hire a public adjuster, it comes out of your repairs.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Some states, it's actually an actual bill, but the majority of them, pretty much 90% of them, you're paying, it's coming out of your repairs. So when you have a $100,000 project, just know that you get a high public adjuster, $10,000 is going to them. And here's the portion that you don't know about. The contractor they recommend, they're actually kind of giving them under the table 10%. And I don't, you know what? You don't want to put that on your show or not. It's actually true. I know that because every contractor I deal with, they do it. And so now you're starting the hole with $20,000 under, and then you haven't even swung a hammer. And guess where that's going to end up getting cut? Your contractor, who is a direct dealer, hopefully, is going to show you cabinets that are less grade than what you had. You're going to get 7 to 12 mil flooring instead of 20 mil that you had. You're going to get only 1 to 2 coats of finish on your hardwood floors instead of what you had. So that's how they cut costs in order to make up that money, and people just don't know that. And this prepares them for it. It's honestly, if I read it, my own guide, it would take me 4 hours. People who are avid readers can actually go through it in about an hour and a half. But that's going to change. The website itself is going to have videos on it that when you click on it, it's going to tell you in 30 to a minute, 30 seconds to a minute, everything you need to know about that, because let's face it, no one wants to read.
I want to get a little bit granular here, Mark, and ask you about the situation out there. You mentioned there's 400 adjusters, public adjusters in that area. And you mentioned like they're essentially, what would you call it? Ambulance or fire truck chasing in some instances. How does that happen? So, I mean, civilian, right? If there's a 911 call fire, how is a public adjuster showing up there?
They have scanners, and they have what they call in the business of restoration, fire chasers, like you just said, and they have scanners. They hear the call come in. They actually go. They're there before the fire trucks. You already have a crowd of people outside, and they're public adjusters or contractors. That's how they get there. And it's unfortunate that happens now. When you there's 2 different counties, and now we're just talking New York, but in Nassau County, you have to actually take a fit test. And what that is that you cannot approach a homeowner until all first responders are gone. You have to stay 500 yards back. It's actually enforced. The only way you're getting in there is if the homeowner called you or the insurance company itself called you to go to speak with the homeowner. That is the only way you're getting in front of that homeowner. And when I go in front of a homeowner, not as a public adjuster, as a contractor, the first thing in my mouth is, I'm not selling you anything. You just lost everything. I'm just going to explain the process and everything, and all these people who are behind me. You can use me, don't use me. I don't care. You just need some guidance because you lost everything. You need to hear someone with conviction that can help stabilize you right now. You need to hear conviction, confidence, and this is how it works. Not, oh, let me get back to you. Oh, let me find out. No one wants to hear that. I had so much experience, and I've been on hundreds of fires just like this, that you just got to give the guy or the woman some strength and let them know the process, and then let them decide after that. I don't put any pressure on people.
So I want to ask you a little bit about the scene when these things happen. Is there like lots of people there because they maybe got scanners, and you mentioned that, and you've got, of course, first responders there at the scene, and then the families outside or the individuals outside, and then you have multiple people who are trying to get in front of that person? Is that how it is in a lot of cases out there in the New York area?
It's an absolute mess of people. You got your neighbors out there. That's just one thing because, it's interesting. You got a fire right in front of your house that you're naturally just going to go out and look. But there is just the influx of all these contractors and public adjusters versus neighbors. I would say it would be 50-50. There's that many of them out there, and they're just trying to catch the eye. They're trying to figure out, okay, who's the homeowner? Is it him? Is it her? Who is actually the person I need to talk to? They're going to try to get their attention, or they're in a group because one public adjuster knows another one, or they don't like this person and they're being standoffish with each other, and they're all trying to get to that homeowner.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
You can avoid all of it by just not signing. The only thing that needs to happen, now we're talking about a fire, is just securing the property, and that's a board up. And guess who actually has that information? Your insurance carrier. They'll recommend a company, or you literally can just look up emergency service board up company, and that's it. You got the number. You call them. They will be there within an hour and a half, any time of the day, 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Now, have you found, and I think generally speaking, people don't necessarily have the greatest trust in the process when it comes to these situations, but have you found that generally when someone goes through a situation like this, that their own insurance company is willing to pay out the necessary amount in order to hold up their...
Absolutely not.
No.
Nope. So not even remotely close.
Yeah.
And now let me explain the two differences between that. When you're dealing with a large loss, they're going to put a builder on it. So they're going to go based off of that builder. Now what you're relying on is that builder actually a builder for restoration, or is he a builder in their own? They have their own construction company. 90% of the time they do. And yes, they do fire and water restoration, but not that much. It's a builder. They want somebody that's going to give them an estimate that actually is going to be reasonable. That's the word, reasonable, but not what they're actually really owed. And that is a major issue. But let's just go to the ones that are really ones that get taken, is when the adjuster is writing the estimate. Anything that's under $100,000, pretty much the adjuster is writing it. He's not a licensed contractor. He doesn't know what actually really, he might have one strong facet. He might not install roofs. But does he know how electrical is put together? Does he know the plumbing? Does he know the difference between PEX, copper, sweat, press pipe? Does he know any of these things? Most of the time they don't. They just put line items in there. And the most common thing that people can't get around is this one right here. So if you're going to take something away from this, this would be it. So my contractor, I had a fire and I had a water damage. And my bathroom shower, let's just take a shower, for instance, it got destroyed. And they paid me, the insurance company paid me per square foot for that shower, and it's about $1,200. Well, I'm getting a bill for $3,000. Well, that $3,000, hey, insurance company, they're only going to do it for they have to do it for $3,000, and I got the other quotes, and they're at $2,900 to $3,200. You got to, cough it up. And they're going to say, no, we paid for, by the square foot, you can see here, tile walls of shower, and there it is. That's what we allow for. It's $1,500. And what the thing is that the adjuster doesn't know about the program is that when you do something like that, you actually have to, you have two ways to do this. One is the square foot way, which, or the other way, which is replace the shower. If you put in, remove, and replace the shower, it is $3,000. If you do it the square foot way, you have to put in for the bullnose, the niche, the threshold, the all the decorative tile, the feature strip. Now, when you put that in, guess where you're at? $3,000. People don't know that. That's what's on my website. Full-blown estimates. Even if you're an estimator in restoration, you should be jumping all over this website because it gives you every single thing that the insurance company will pay for, but people don't know it. And that's the same thing with painting. You get a contractor's price for painting a room. It's $1,000. My insurance company only gave me $500. Well, it's $1,000. Hey, insurance company, pay it. No, look, paint walls and ceiling, $500. That's all we allow. Well, what they left out in there is paint the base, paint the openings, paint the door, paint the crown. Now, and detach and reset the contents. Now, guess where they're at? $1,000 or more. That is the difference. So no, they do not get it right. They will not get it right. And I have never met an insurance carrier that actually paid the right number. I will write an estimate for $100,000 and I will land between $95,000 and $98,000. You get a public adjuster in there. He's going to come in there with his contractor. He's going to write $100,000. He's going to land between $75,000 and $85,000 because they can't justify their numbers. That's why this guide is so important. It will find the things that are missing. It will tell you the things that are missing. It goes room by room. It's that critical that people know this information on their own. And you don't need to hire someone that's going to take more money away from your project. And remind you, when you take a public adjuster on, it ain't just 10% of some places like Florida, it's 20%. They're not just taking from your repairs. They can take for your mitigation. They can take for your asbestos. They can take for your contents. They take for your ALE. So $500,000 loss, it's not 50 grand. You're over $100,000. You're paying somebody to do what? Push paperwork. And guess what? They're getting a referral or a kickback from every single person they bring into that house. Now, I'm not saying all public adjusters do that. I don't. But the majority of them do. And that's not a lie. That's not made up. It's not fabricated. It's not speculation. I've watched it on 4,000 projects, and they're mine. All my data is 100% hardcore real. It's not pulled from here, pulled from there. It's real at dealing with thousands of adjusters and thousands of claims.
Mark, we are coming up on time here. Where can folks go if they're in the New York area and maybe they want to reach out to you or learn more about this process, or if they're just curious about maybe a situation that they've dealt with or are dealing with?
If you're in the New York area or Florida, I'm licensed down there too. They can just reach out to me by number, 516-807-6091, or just go to claimhelpme.com. If you want to have a question, shoot me an email, claimhelpme@gmail.com. It's very, very simple to get in touch with me. I will respond. I'm going to gear them and give them guidance. I'm not going to sell them my services. If they want them, they will tell me they want them. Otherwise, I'm just going to guide them.
Mark, thank you so much for coming on the show here today.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.